guy, if God, why? So I'm grateful, honestly speaking, because I learned a lot. I think the moment I understood why, I understood why I'm here, I told God, help me learn everything I need to learn so that when I'm done with here, I'm never going back to that school again. When I'm done with the school of wilderness, the school of Christ, God, we ain't repeating the class again. This time I'm graduating.
I could go back in time, I tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life.
Hey guys, how you all doing? I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all keeping safe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, my name is Faith Anjahi. Yes, if you're not new here, karibu, and thank you for always coming back to support what I do. So guys, if you've not subscribed and you're my viewer, you always come back, please subscribe. Okay, please. If you're new and yeah, you've not yet subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. Also, just click the red button or the black button down below written subscribe. Yeah, depending on your YouTube, the YouTube that you're using, mine is usually black, so yes. And I'm giving you 10 seconds to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you. I so much appreciate you guys. And guys, I am glowing, like, yeah. I thought you should know, okay? So guys, if you've seen from the title of this video, okay, I'm always having my notebook here, so don't worry. It's you know, at least I have something, you know, in my hand. So guys, what was it? Okay, what did they even want to say? Now you see, God, 2024 we've said no distractions. Like is it true? But anyway, we bring about that. So guys, as you have seen from the title of this video, today we're gonna be talking about how did I know I was called to ministry. Okay, this is a question that a lot of people just ask me, so uliamua tu kuwa pastor, you know, especially if someone knows, you know, I went to Bible school, I did theology. They're like, so uliamua tu kuwa pastor? And I'm like, yo, sikuamua. Sikuamua. In fact, if I was to be asked, then I was in the marketplace, vibaya sana. Like, I was in the marketplace, I was like, you see Bob Colimo, you see Mike Zuckerberg, you see Jack Ma, you know, those are the people I wanted to roll with, okay? Okay, I'm not saying that they my friends, but you see those, yeah, they're the marketplace taking over, you know, that is what I desired. Like, yeah, I knew. Of course, I have always wanted to get married to a pastor. I have loved God all my life, alright? From Sunday school, if the teacher was not around, they always knew Faye will step up and be the teacher of the day. So from a young age, I've just been tight with God. But yeah, I really didn't want to be a pastor per se, but I knew I would love to. Okay, I think the idea of me getting married to a pastor was, they're nice, you know, pastor will not play you, you know, pastor, they fear God, you know, pastors love God. But where the people says not even in the last days, they are already here, you know, the false prophets and all that, they're already here. So, but that was the idea then, okay? But I was like, you know what, me, I'm okay being a pastor's wife, you know, serving behind the tents, you know, just giving him water and his towel and I don't know what. That was the idea, okay? But I knew I've always wanted to be in church. I have always wanted to be in church. And I was very active from my Sunday school to youth to, you know, yeah. I have an ACK background. My mom is ACK, like blood. My mom is ACK. It's just that after I finished up with teens, I graduated to go to youths. After some while, I was like, okay, I think there was something I was missing. There was something I was missing. So I was missing with the youth then. I joined the bigger church, okay, and I wasn't getting things because you find the preachings were too much word for me, maybe. Because there's a time, okay, a pastor preached on Isaiah. My God, give us a story about Isaiah. What? I wasn't getting nothing. But that was done. I finished high school. I remember I told my mom, hey, okay, I didn't do good. I didn't do good in my studies, alright? Okay, it's telling me please wait. Please wait for what? Okay. Let's continue. Imagine it just told me please wait, so I don't know we're waiting for what. So I finished high school and I remember I didn't perform so well. Okay guys, I didn't perform. Okay, I didn't perform so well. I performed but not so well. And I remember my mom telling me, hey, with these grades, unless you do nursing. I was like, me do nursing, like a whole me do like, do you even know what you're talking about? Nursing. I hate blood to start with. If my God, if I see myself with something, let me tell you, the time I had something on my hand that was extra, it was not just a normal pimple, and it used to it gave me headache. Because what is this? I didn't do nursing. So I told her very innocently. That time I remember by Apostle, okay, I had been going to Kingdom Seekers after now, you know, not GCC, after, you know, the church was going, the ACK was a bit, so I went to Apostle Kemani because, yeah, the church was near home, so I went, and that time, it's like a time he had gone to China to purchase his seats. I think it was China to purchase seats for the church. So I was like, wow. So as a person, you can go to China and purchase seats. I was like, okay. So I was telling my mom, hey, I'd rather be a pastor and go to China to purchase seats than do nursing. I said it so innocently, okay? I said it so innocently. But God was there listening, like, yeah, girl, I got you. So after that, you know, fast forward, I did hospitality. I have a diploma in hospitality management. Went for internship, and from there I have never done anything hospitality. I have never done anything hospitality. So I've always known there is just something with me and church, me and ministry, but I really didn't have that touch. So as days, you know, went by and I grew older, you know, started life alone, I just started having encounters, you know, encounters. I would go to work and go to church. Have you seen someone go to work during the day and go to church during the night just to be in church? I just want to be in church. And I'll feel so comfortable. At times, if we had events like now, I mean, I was JCC already, Parklands, and we'll have maybe men's breakfast, couples dinner, you know, such events. I would go to church. During the day I'm at work, in the evening I just go help out, and I'm in the decor department. I was to be happy. I was to, you know, feel fulfilled. They're not paying me, but I was to feel like, yeah, like this is giving me joy. This is giving me peace. I love this, you know. But again, I had to work because, of course, bills. So, with that, you know, I started getting insights. God's, you know, says speaking to me. God has always spoken to me. You know, God is good on visions and dreams when, you know, He's speaking to me. So I started having dreams. I started having visions. People just tell me when in pastor. I remember we'll go to a club and people will be like, "Where unafaa kuwa kesha? Ufai kuwa hapa." Like, there was just that. You know, there was just that. And people will tell me, people will just call me prophetess. People started calling me prophetess from way back. Like, when I didn't even understand it. I was like, okay, God, what is it with this? You know, I'll just get, people will just tell me Europe. Like, from people, mostly from people. And then there was just that inner me, you know, that inner self that tells you, yeah, like, Faye, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be serving God. But who is Faye? Like, I need to work, bills have to be paid. And yeah, so there's that conviction. First I had that conviction from God, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to be. But life, okay? And confirmation from other people and from the word. For example, there's a time I was like, okay, God, I would desire to do this, and if I'm in ministry, I can't do this. And I went on prayer and fasting, and God made it clear, like, what I'm supposed to do and what I'll do. Clear. So hapo sikukuwa na any other excuse. And then you see, I would tell God, confirm, because I didn't want to kujita. You know, ministries are calling. I didn't want to kujita. I've admired someone, and now, no. And this time, this pastor told me, you know you're called to ministry. Just submit in church. And I was like, I'll pray about it. And he was like, no, you have prayed and you know, so obey. And it disappeared. I disappeared from church because I was like, you're telling me to come submit to church. Like, will you pay my rent? Will you give me food? Will you give me money for clothes? Will you? Okay, all the answers to those questions was no. I was like, you know what? If you're not giving me all that, let me work. And I remember I disappeared from church. I was like, you're giving me pressure. Let me tell you, wilderness. Let me tell you, have you read the story about the Israelites? When they turned away, they were defeated. Any life was hard. God was just giving them up to their enemies. I'm telling you, God molded me. You talk of wilderness. Ask me about wilderness. I'll tell you about wilderness. Where? Until it got to a point, I was like, you know what, God? What do you want with me? Like, whatever you want is what I want. And I remember back to church. And I went to the pastor. And I was like, I keep saying, now I'm back. Oh, you know. And I was like, you know what? It's fine. So you said you wanted to go and do have you bought a house? Do you have a car? Oh, okay. What have you done with your life? I was like, but now I'm here. I was like, fine. You see where you stopped? Nobody did your work. You start from there. I was like, and then that period, now I got serious. I was like, you know what, God? No, this is it. You know, this is it. But God confirm. And God will confirm again and again and again and again. So, this is the last thing. My bishop preaches on Sunday. And it says, if you're from JCC, maybe you just happen to watch this video. Bishop says, talks about him being a miserable banker. Why? He knew he was called to ministry, but of course his mom and the perception of pastors are poor, which struggling with my dad also, was like, you need to work. Like, pastors are poor, so you need to work. And he was an accountant, and he was in banking, and he was a miserable banker because he was not in his line of purpose. And that time Bishop said, some of you here, you know very well you're called to ministry, but because of life situations and survival, you're doing other things. But today I'm calling you. Align yourself with God. Concentrate. Consecrate yourself. I was like, my father, you would have just called me in your office there. I know Mom told us not to, Mom Kathy, told us not to say Pastor Lini Hubiri, but that was like me. I was like, Daddy, you're talking to me direct, okay? You're talking to me. Call me to your office, sit me down and tell me, you know what? Acha kwa kichwa ngumu. And let me tell you guys, I was like, you know, this week, no social media, no food, no what, me and God. What do you want? What you want? This is what I want. And I remember the first day and the second day, I was like, God confirm. You see, no, this last time, I'm telling you, my friend, I will do it. My friend will be like, you still need confirmation after this? You still need confirmation? God has showed you this. I will tell her things, and she's like, Faye, you need to. And still, but this time was like, God confirm. And I remember I had a dream. I know that I'll give you the whole dream here, but I had a dream. And I just had put this, like, we were a group of people, let me just cut it short. The group of people were working, and then, you know, someone just came and started disturbing me. I was like, you know what, I'm not even in the mood for your trouble. And that was so unlike me, because if you know me, I give you double of what you serve, okay? He came the second time, disturbed me. And I was like, I'm holding my peace. He came the third time. I was like, bro, like, what's your problem? What exactly is your problem? I'm telling you, everybody that was around turned to me and they started shooting guns, bullets. And let me tell you guys, I started running, speaking in tongues, okay? Running, speaking in tongues. I'll feel the bullets do me like this, just like this, just like this. You know, they're just touching me, dropping, touching me, dropping. And then I hid in a toilet. I don't know where the toilet, dreams. I hid in a toilet. And a friend of mine came. I was like, what? You're here? Let me tell you, those people are coming for you. And if they see you, my friend didn't die then, you will die now. I was like, I have to hide. I moved out of the toilet. I went, there was a hole. I jumped into the hole. And then I was in the hole. I started crying. I was like, why am I hiding? Why am I hiding? God, I'm done hiding. I am done hiding. And fine, this is it. If this is what you want, I say yes to you today. I will do what you want. And they came out of the hole. And I was like, God, I told those people, you know what? Until now, it's God. All right? The fact that I'm not dead by now, it's because of God. And from today, I say yes to ministry and I will do whatever God wants me to do. And I woke up. And I was like, God, what was that? What? And God told me, this was clear. The Holy God, this was clear. This was clear. You see the way your life was sustained by prayer? Because when they said shooting guns at me, I just started speaking in tongues. God told me, you see the same way your life, like you were saved by prayer, your life shall be sustained in the place of prayer. Now you understand why I love prayer a lot. Your life shall be sustained in the life, in the whatever of prayer. And that's when I was like, you know what, God, no, this is it. Position me. No, the prayer changed to, no, stop confirming, no, position me. I'm telling you, that same week, again, I had a dream about a certain someone, I won't mention them, in my ministry, pastor. And then the next day, I called my friend. I was like, yo, I dreamt of 1, 2, 3, 4, and I really don't understand this dream. And my friend was like, have you seen today's papers? I was like, papers? Like what? The same way I dreamt was the same way they had written about that. It was a scandal. They had written about that. And my friend was like, Faye. I was like, yeah, it's fine. I have accepted to do ministry and I'm praying God to position me. I'm telling you, that week, that's how I started again school. Because, no plans. That was a desire, like, kitambo, but the desire was to go to school, to Bible school, so that I can learn. Because I had many questions about scriptures. Like, how did just the Israelites pass through the Red Sea on dry land? And then this program, they are like the ground raised, they passed, and then when Pharaoh and his people came, the ground again went down and they drowned. Like, and they wanted to go to Bible school to understand such. But this day I'm in church. Same week, I'm doing. I'm in the church bookshop with a friend. We would gisting here and there. And then a pastor came, Pastor Zipporah, thank you so much. If you ever come across this video, thank you so much. I know I have not come to you like this, because sometimes, okay, it's fear. Okay, it's nitakuanzia wapi, but thank you so much. But you're the reason, okay? God chose to use you. So Pastor Zippy comes, I'm like, hey, let me help her, because Pastor Zippy, and my friend is like, no, if you go, she'll suspect something is wrong. I was like, okay, fine. Pastor Zippy comes, where did you disappear at? And I'm like, when you know me? Of course, I'm in Deco, and there was a time I was in charge of the altar, so and I'm in Deco, and I'm always in charge. So, if you're always in charge, you know me. A lot of people knew I'm a son, submitted in charge. And we talked. She was like, oh, what do you do? And I lied. Oh, I do this. Okay, I didn't lie, but I lied. 70% was, a lie. I didn't even tell her much, because again, this is someone you're fearing, you just can't start, And I was like, you know what, you're called to ministry and I want you to go to school and I will recommend you and go there and bring me feedback. Remember, there was a time I've taken a lady, okay, I was doing a bit of ministry with ladies, and I'm sent to take a lady to another pastor, Pastor Dan Morage Eastlands. Pastor Dan, if you ever get to watch this, I don't know that you'll remind me, but you also are a confirmation to me. God used to, I'm taking it for, the lady was just having funny behavior, very, very funny behaviors. So I took her, Pastor Dan prayed for her, and then as we were leaving, Pastor Dan called me and asked me, I would want to pray for you. I want to pray for you. What do you want me to pray for you about? I was like, just wisdom and clarity, because I was at that period, like, I just wanted clarity with my life, okay? So Pastor Dan was like, fine, wisdom and clarity. In me that I didn't even think about it. And as he was praying for me, he confirmed again. He said, you've been called to ministry, and you will do ministry, and God will give you clarity and everything you need. I was like, okay, how did you know about ministry again? So you see, those are some of the confirmations I'm seeing, right? So I go to school. Remember Pastor Zippy sent me to the school she was. I talk to the principal. The principal was like, where have you been? Like, you're supposed to be. I was like, okay, finally, I'm here. So God's timing is the best. The other thing is, who's paying my school fees? Because, the last time I talked to my mom was like, you know what, let's just set up a salon, okay? Let's just set up a salon. Because I'm very gifted when it comes to hair, and this is a gift. I haven't gone to school I haven't done hairdressing and all that. I have done cooking, I have done hospitality. But hair, it's just, okay, God, I'm very creative. I say that a lot. And I see things in my head first, and then now I manifest them, okay? So, I'm like, okay, this is what I had agreed with my mom. So I'm going back to tell her what. And my mom had seen the way I had struggled. So tired because let's set up salon and we'll settle. I go back to her and I was like, oh, mom, no, this has happened. Mom was like, you know what? I was talking to your aunt. When are you joining? What do they want? Send me the fee structure, everything they need. You're joining school, and that is it. Tell me if that is not. Okay, guys, sorry, space. See me too. If that is not good, then what? If that is not. Unless I joined school and I graduated and I'm doing ministry and I love it so far, so good. God has just been amazing, like super amazing. I can't regret. Like the moment I aligned my life to the purpose of God, things have just been falling into place, and I'm just grateful. And that's how my ministry came about until now. For those who ask me to uliamua kwa pastor, now you've seen sikuamua tu kwa pastor, and then ministry is broad. There's the fivefold ministry, of course, pastors, prophets, you know that. And there's also even the people that do children's home and all those are still ministries, okay? Yeah, I preach, if you don't know. I preach, I'm called to church, I'm in JCC Parklands, that's my mother church, that's where every Sunday. But that doesn't mean that I don't preach in other churches. Let's just finish this, yeah. Because space, like my phone is just, it has misbehaved again. I have tried to clear things, but I don't know. I think I have like 4 videos pending, so I think that's why that's taking up space. So, as I was saying, that is how I'm in JCC, yeah, but I preach in other churches. I think if I didn't say, I don't know. I think the only church I've not preached, the only denomination I've not preached is PCA and Catholic. I know you've not invited me yet, by the way. I've preached in ACK, Full Gospel, Redeemed, PEFA, yeah, other personal, okay, excuse me, to personal, Pentecostal, church me Pentecostal. So it doesn't mean because I'm in JCT I can't. No, as long as we're preaching Christ, that's it. As long as we're preaching Christ and teaching the correct doctrine, that's it, okay? So guys, that's how I got to know I was called to ministry. That's how it has been until now, and so far so good. I can't complain because God has just been amazing. God has just been amazing, like super amazing, because let me tell you, life away from your purpose. You can be in God but not in your purpose. You're not serving your purpose. Because I was in God all through. I wouldn't even say I was in God all through. Alright? All through. Like all through. but I wasn't in my purpose, and that's why it was so hard for me, because nilikuwa nagonga wa ushai kwa employed mikosi tu, mara the company has been shut down. As soon as they employed you, the company, and you're like, okay, and you just know very well. I think it's hard when you have the conviction that, you know what, Faye, you're the cause, because you're not supposed to be here. Let me tell you, I used to hear Bishop Jake say that, and until I experienced it, I was like, how did you know? Let me tell you, you will know because God will tell you. All right, get employed, a month, 2 months, something just happened. And by the time I was employed, I got people that they taught me this. I was like, okay, it's a good deal. Aki, let me tell you, we weren't stealing. That for a fact, we were not stealing. But, and I was new. Me, I was just so, this is what we do. This is what happens. This is what, I was like, okay, fine. That's not bad. Guy, it costed us. It costed me. It costed us. Just be employed. And then your salary is slashed into half. And you're like, okay, why? I'm paying for what I don't even know. So it was so hard. It was unatafuta kazi, you're left jobless, unatafuta kazi, then guy, let me tell you, if God decides to mold you, guy, don't joke with wilderness. Guy, wilderness is not just like in food and clothes, food and food and rest. Guy, if God, so I'm grateful, honestly speaking, because I learned a lot. I think the moment I understood why I'm here, I told God, help me learn everything I need to learn, so that when I'm done with here, I'm never going back to that school again. When I'm done with the school of wilderness, the school of Christ, God, we ain't repeating the class again. This time I'm graduating. Yeah, so that's it. That's how I knew I was called to ministry, and that's how I joined ministry, and until now. That does not mean I don't work. I work. I've told you I'm good with hair, so I do hair. I do wigs. I do like hair. And yeah, but my main thing is ministry. Guy, I wouldn't want to go back to the marketplace and what? Character development, yeah, God, don't joke. So I do this aside, but ministry for me comes first, okay? And that's why even in my channel, you see, I only do content that will glorify God. If it's not glorifying God, we're not doing it, okay? We're not here to do things to go viral, as long as it's not glorifying God, we're not doing it. What do you want me to do? What do you want to see me do? What you want to see me do, I'll do. But disclaimer, as long as it's glorifying God, we do. It's lifestyle, fine. Cooking videos, fine. My life, fine. Fashion, I'll do. As long as it's what? Glorifying God, okay? That's it for today, guys. Always remember the best in everything you do. Put God first, and I'm enjoying my new seat. You've noticed? Yeah. Always remember the best in everything you do. Put God first, and you'll never be disappointed. Let God be the Alpha and Omega of your life, okay? I love you all so much. Peace.